Like, while I'm talking about this, while he was like the Bucks quarterback, and would like talk to Jim Gray. Now, Jim Gray did the decision with LeBron. I don't know what.
Well,
Jim,
I don't give a fuck.
Sorry.
I don't know what Jim Gray's.
Why the fuck he gets to start running an NFL team?
Well, why he would even be included in it, and that he's able to cause enough mayhem in an organization that's already filled with it, because they've been filled with it for so long. The thought would be, if you look at Pete Carroll's a good coach. Like, nobody can convince me that Pete Carroll's a bad coach.
Man, look, here's what the fuck's going on, Pete. Jim Gray has Brady's ear. Jim Gray is Brady's guy.
We got Justice here too, by the way.
What's up, Hoos? Jim Gray is likely spreading bullshit throughout the organization to different people, saying different stuff, and giving the appearance to some that he's speaking for Tom. But then they also know that if they cross Jim, that fucks him up with Tom. So he's Rich McKaying him. A guy who shouldn't have this much influence has put himself in a position
to
disrupt the franchise. Yes.
Yeah.
I think speculation, by the way.
No. But this is why I bring it up. I brought it up because of the idea of, even with the Shedeur, it's just so much that goes on in these organizations to where nobody knows why these things are happening, because we just aren't on the inside. We can only speculate. We can all only speculate because we're not a part of it.
And the people who know are the ones who write the stories, and they leave this shit out.
And that's another thing. These people know people. It's a relationship-based thing. It's like everything we know in life. Who do you know? Like, who can hook you up? If my company was in not only just a great position, but you know that even from a logistics standpoint, there would be no reason why anyone will be working anywhere in any capacity. If I'm an entrepreneur and I have the openingness and willingness of doing anything, there is nobody that wouldn't work with me that's some friend of mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, I think it works the same way. The higher it goes, like, no matter what, like, it's like the same thing. And so it's like, and vice versa. But vice versa. If anyone can help me, I am somebody that I don't like doing it. If I need help and I ask somebody to help me, I will only ask somebody I know that can help me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. And think about this though. There are some political topics that we could, or even on a solo show that I would love to talk about, but because of how the information was delivered, it'll never go on the microphone. You know what I'm saying? Protecting fucking relationships.
And it's such as life, though. Like, I think that anyone that's listening right now, live, seriously, you could sit here and I promise you could be elite, good, very good, like, I mean, borderline great or something like that. And, like, you won't get that opportunity. Now, I don't speak this necessarily just as somebody that's, like, somewhat lived it. I think that for the most part, I've lived a solid life. So if I got shot dead yet last night, I think that's solid life so far. But what I would say is that now, even somewhat being on the outside looking in and looking at it, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, this is wild. Like, in a sense of it's a part of the world that I've never got to see because I didn't have to deal with it. And most people don't have to deal with it. And they don't realize it until they're in a position to where they do have to fucking deal with some shit. When you got to deal with some shit, you're going to be a lot more fuck sympathy or whatever, but you're going to be more locked in on the idea of this is the way that everything really works. Because then you'll start looking back and you'll be like, it's not about, well, why does this person have this and why are they doing that? but naturally as a person, you will feel that way. It doesn't mean that you have hate in your heart or envy or any of this stuff, but you will naturally look at it and say, I could do this too.
Yeah, and but and I'll say the beauty of that though is if you actually go out there and try to do it, you start to learn how difficult it is. And what you should do is gain gain a healthy respect for that person who you think you're better
Appreciation.
than,
Yeah.
because you could still be more talented than that person, but not the right situation, not the right relationships, not the right push, not the right visibility, all of these different things. But